Malaysia stands at the threshold of an infrastructure revolution. While skyscrapers pierce the clouds in Kuala Lumpur and rail networks crisscross the peninsula, 2026 marks a pivotal year where years of planning, billions in investment, and countless hours of construction converge into reality. From the rainforests of Borneo to the Singapore border, 8 transformative megaprojects are racing toward completion, each one poised to reshape Malaysia's economic landscape and redefine how millions live, work, and travel. This isn't just construction. This is nation building on an unprecedented scale. Number 1. East Coast Rail Link. Connecting two coasts in 4 hours, spanning 665 kilometers across peninsular Malaysia, the East Coast Rail Link represents one of the most ambitious railway projects in Southeast Asia. This 75 billion ringgit mega project, currently 86% complete, is transforming what was once a 12-hour journey between Malaysia's east and west coasts into a comfortable 4-hour rail trip. The ECRL isn't simply a transportation upgrade, it's an economic lifeline for Malaysia's east coast states. The double-track electrified railway connects Port Klang on the west coast to the resource-rich states of Pahang, Terengganu, and Kelantan, opening new corridors for trade, tourism, and industrial development. When passenger services commence in January 2027, following the December 2026 completion, travelers will experience modern comfort in 11 six-car train sets, each carrying up to 440 passengers at speeds of 160 kilometers per hour. But the true impact lies in freight capacity. The railway's electric locomotives can haul 3,500 tons of cargo, creating direct links between manufacturing hubs, agricultural regions, and international ports. Expected to serve 5.4 million passengers before 2030, the ECRL features engineering marvels, including extensive tunnels and elevated viaducts designed to minimize environmental impact, while navigating some of Malaysia's most challenging terrain. This Belt and Road Initiative project, developed through a joint venture between Malaysia Rail Link and China Communications Construction Company, demonstrates international collaboration at its finest. With an overall cost of 74.96 billion ringgit and operations scheduled for January 2027, the ECRL is set to become the backbone of Malaysia's integrated transport network. Number 2. Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System Link. 5 minutes to transform two nations, the Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System Link is redefining what a border crossing can be. This 4-kilometer cross-border rail shuttle, with construction now over 80% complete, will slash travel time between Bukit Jagar in Johor Bahru and Woodlands North in Singapore to just 5 minutes. Currently, over 300,000 people cross the Johor-Singapore Causeway daily by road, often enduring hours of congestion. The RTS link will change this entirely. With capacity to move 10,000 passengers per hour in each direction, this automated light rail system expects to serve approximately 40,000 commuters daily upon its December 2026 opening, with operations beginning in January 2027. The infrastructure represents cutting-edge transit design. The system features co-located customs, immigration, and quarantine facilities at both stations, allowing passengers to clear both countries' border controls at their departure point. No need for double immigration checks. The railway crosses the Strait of Johor via a 25-meter-high bridge, transitioning from Singapore's underground Woodlands North Station to Malaysia's Bukit Jagar Station and the Wadi Hana Depot. The first trains were unveiled in June 2025, with 8 driverless trains manufactured by China Railway Rolling Stock Corporation, each capable of transporting 600 passengers. Equipped with communications-based train control, signaling systems supplied by Siemens Mobility, the trains are fully automated. Testing is currently underway at Singapore's Rail Test Center, with on-site commissioning scheduled for late 2025. This 10 billion ringgit project isn't just about convenience, it's about economic integration. By dramatically reducing commute times, the RTS link enables Johor Bahru residents to work in Singapore and vice versa, fostering cross-border collaboration within the proposed Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone. When completed, it will create thousands of jobs in operations, logistics, and transport sectors, while strengthening people-to-people ties between two nations with deeply intertwined futures. Number 3, MRT Circle Line 3, completing Kuala Lumpur's orbital rail vision. The Mass Rapid Transit Circle Line 3 represents the final piece in Kuala Lumpur's ambitious urban rail puzzle. This 51.6-kilometer orbital route will circle the capital city, integrating with existing MRT, LRT, KTM commuter, and monorail networks through 10 interchange stations, creating seamless connectivity across the Klang Valley. In July 2025, Transport Minister Anthony Loke formally approved the final railway scheme, following an overwhelming public response. 93.3% of the 45,000 Malaysians who provided feedback during the public inspection exercise voiced strong support for the project. This approval clears the way for land acquisition, targeted for completion by the end of 2026. The Circle Line features 31 stations spanning 51 kilometers, with 40 kilometers of elevated track and 11 kilometers of underground sections. Designed to serve up to 25,000 passengers per hour per direction, with trains carrying up to 750 passengers each, the system promises to revolutionize urban mobility. A complete loop will take 73 minutes, allowing commuters to reach different ends of the Klang Valley efficiently without routing through Kuala Lumpur's congested center. Following public consultation, planners reduced affected land lots from 1,012 to 690, a 31% decrease that demonstrates the project's responsiveness to community concerns. Adjustments to station and viaduct placements minimize disruption while improving connectivity to underserved areas. With 11 park and ride facilities, the Circle Line will encourage modal shift from private vehicles to public transport. Estimated to cost below 45 billion ringgit, the project explores public-private partnerships aligned with the government's fiscal strategy. Construction tenders are expected to restart by mid-2026, with the line projected to become operational by 2032. Once complete, MRT-3 will transform Kuala Lumpur into one of Southeast Asia's most connected cities, with comprehensive rail coverage rivaling established transit networks worldwide. Number 4, Pan-Borneo Highway Sarawak, uniting Borneo's communities. The Pan-Borneo Highway represents Malaysia's largest infrastructure investment in East Malaysia, transforming 786 kilometers of aging, pothole-riddled roads into a modern 4-lane divided highway across Sarawak. Currently 99% complete, this transformative project is on track for full completion by 2026. 9 out of 11 work packages under Phase 1 have been completed and are now open to traffic. The highway stretches from Teluk Milano in southern Sarawak through major cities including Cebu, Bintulu, and Miri, before reaching Brunei's border. For decades, this route was notorious for poor conditions, narrow lanes, and dangerous potholes. Many sections were built to minimal JKR R3 standards, with 70 km/h design speeds and 3-meter-wide lanes. The upgraded highway transforms travel in Borneo. What once required careful navigation of treacherous single-lane roads now involves smooth, well-marked 4-lane expressways designed for 100 km/h speeds. The difference is dramatic. Travel times between major centers have been slashed, opening new possibilities for trade, tourism, healthcare access, and education. The project faces unique challenges. Sarawak's rough terrain, dense rainforests, and mountainous regions demand substantial engineering expertise. Construction teams navigate river crossings, steep gradients, and environmental sensitivities while maintaining progress. One remaining hurdle in the Saibuti section involves pipeline relocation. Work cannot proceed until new pipelines are completed, expected by 2026. Beyond the main highway, complementary projects enhance regional connectivity. The Sarawak-Sabah Link Road, Phase 1, is expected to be completed in November 2026, while the Trans-Borneo project, connecting through Brunei to Lawas and Limbang, advances steadily. The government is also upgrading the existing road pavement structure along the Red Line section between Duran and Salim in Cebu at a cost of 350 million ringgit. With a total investment of 27 billion ringgit for the Malaysian sections, the Pan-Borneo Highway improves transportation infrastructure and strengthens Sarawak's position under the Malaysia Agreement 1963. For hundreds of longhouses, small towns, and remote settlements now linked by modern roads, the highway represents unprecedented access to markets, medical facilities, and opportunities. Bandar Malaysia, building Malaysia's smart city gateway. Bandar Malaysia is emerging as one of Southeast Asia's most ambitious urban developments. Located on the 486-acre former Sungai Besi Air Base site, 5 kilometers south of Kuala Lumpur city center, this transit-oriented smart city represents a new vision for integrated urban living in Malaysia. The Finance Ministry confirmed in November 2025 that construction is scheduled to begin at the end of 2026. Led by KLCC Holdings, a subsidiary of Petronas, the project's master plan is being reviewed to align with sustainable, technology-driven, and transit-oriented principles. The development is envisioned to be unique, inclusive, and livable, incorporating smart city elements throughout its design. With a gross development value of 140 billion ringgit, nearly half of Malaysia's total GDP in 2017, Bandar Malaysia promises to be a game changer for the capital. The master plan includes 27,000 homes, with 10,000 designated as affordable housing units to address Kuala Lumpur's pressing housing needs. The development will create a people's park and ensure Bumiputra participation throughout the project, with priority for local content and materials. Transit connectivity defines Bandar Malaysia's identity. The site will feature Malaysia's most comprehensive transit hub, originally designed to integrate high-speed rail, airport express rail, commuter rail, mass rapid transit, bus rapid transit, and surface light rail. While the Kuala Lumpur-Singapore high-speed rail was terminated in 2021, the site retains its strategic position with 2 MRT Putrajaya line stations, Bandar Malaysia Utara and Bandar Malaysia Selatan, already planned. The development encompasses 7 distinct districts responding to the site's physical and heritage characteristics. It aims to become an international destination for culture and arts, showcasing Malaysia's diverse cultural offerings while fostering creative industries, supporting entrepreneurs, and creating world-class educational opportunities with direct industry links. More than 20% of the site will be dedicated green space, including a central park, micro-islands, and wetlands, with a sponge city approach to capture water resources and reduce water demand by up to 50%. Sustainability is central to Bandar Malaysia's vision, targeting net zero emissions by 2050 through renewable energy commitments and 12 kilometers of dedicated pedestrian and cycle paths. The development represents Malaysia's commitment to transit-oriented development, creating a super-connected live work environment reflecting the country's unique cultural landscape and identity. Number 6. Merdeka 118 Observation Deck and Mall, completing Southeast Asia's tallest tower. Standing at 678.9 meters, Merdeka 118 is already the second tallest building in the world and the tallest in Southeast Asia. While the tower structure was completed in November 2023 and its grand opening celebrated in January 2024, construction continues on crucial public-facing components scheduled for completion in the second half of 2026. The tower's observation deck, the View at 118, will become the highest observation deck in Southeast Asia, offering stunning panoramic views of Kuala Lumpur from 2 levels at heights of 510 and 568 meters. Glass floors and external glass elevators will provide visitors with a thrilling 360-degree perspective of the city's skyline from inside the building's distinctive, diamond-shaped facade and unique spire. Simultaneously, the 118 Mall, occupying 7 floors at the tower's base, is preparing to open in the second half of 2026. The shopping center will feature a promenade, food court, entertainment options, and over 328 stores, providing 1 million square feet of retail space. This completion will activate the tower's ground-level presence, connecting Merdeka 118 to Kuala Lumpur's urban fabric and the Merdeka MRT station. The Park Hyatt Kuala Lumpur, occupying levels 75 to 114, opened in August 2025, offering 252 guest rooms and suites with spectacular views. The hotel features world-class dining, including Merdeka Grill, cacao mixology and chocolate, and Park Lounge, adding prestige to the tower's mixed-use program. Merdeka 118's design celebrates Malaysia's independence, with its form inspired by the outstretched hand gesture of Tunku Abdul Rahman while chanting Merdeka when he proclaimed Malaysia's independence on August 31st, 1957, at nearby Stadium Merdeka. The diamond-shaped glass Faya Mahad, featuring triangular panels inspired by traditional Malaysian songket materials, represents the nation's rich cultural diversity. The tower's engineering achievements are remarkable. It features a reinforced concrete megastructure with mega columns connected through structural steel outriggers, supporting the building against Malaysia's strong winds. The innovative 120-meter-high perforated steel-clad spire at the tower's pinnacle moderates wind pressures and required cutting-edge construction techniques, including a lift-up method using hydraulic jacks at 500 meters elevation. When the observation deck and mall open in 2026, Merdeka 118 will complete its transformation from structural marvel to fully operational landmark, establishing itself as a must-visit destination for millions of tourists expected during Visit Malaysia, year 2026 and beyond. Number 7. Penang LRT Mutiara. Line construction commencement, launching northern Malaysia's first metro. While the Mutiara line won't reach completion until 2031, major construction work beginning in 2026 marks a historic milestone for Penang. The groundbreaking ceremony, held in January 2025, officiated by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, launched Malaysia's first integrated metro system in the northern region. The 29.5-kilometer light rail transit line will connect 21 stations from Georgetown City Center through Jelutong, Gelagor, and Bayan Lepas to the reclaimed Silicon Island, with one station at Penang Central on the mainland. This railway represents the backbone of the Penang Transport Master Plan, addressing severe traffic congestion along the heavily urbanized eastern shoreline. Major traffic diversions begin in early 2026 to accommodate construction. Sections along Jalan Sultan Azlan Shah near Penang International Airport will see 3-lane roads reduced to 2 lanes in each direction, with construction of viaducts for the LRT track commencing. Transport Minister Anthony Loke acknowledged that traffic disruption is unavoidable for large-scale infrastructure projects, urging patience as contractors implement comprehensive traffic management plans to minimize congestion. The 8.31 billion ringgit civil works package was awarded to SRS Consortium, led by Gamuda, with a 60% stake. The consortium received its notice to proceed from MRT Corp in July 2025, enabling full-scale construction on the first package covering 24 kilometers from Kamtar to Island A with 19 stations. A second package covering the 5.5-kilometer cross-strait segment from McCallum to Penang Central is scheduled to begin in 2026. The Mutiara line will serve key locations, including Penang International Airport, the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone, University Sains Malaysia, and major commercial centers. The channel crossing connecting the island to Penang Central on the mainland represents the project's most significant engineering challenge, enabling seamless integration with the national railway network. Commuters from Alor Setar, Sungai Petani, or anywhere along the KTM commuter network will be able to reach Penang's attractions via a single integrated journey. With an envisioned daily ridership of 70,000 passengers initially, the Mutiara line will transform how Penangites move around their state. Park and ride facilities, feeder bus services, and 2 main depots will support comprehensive first-mile and last-mile connectivity. As construction accelerates in 2026, this project signals Penang's evolution into a modern, transit-oriented community. Number 8. West Ipoh Span Expressway, easing northern corridor connectivity. The West Ipoh Span Expressway represents a crucial link in Malaysia's northern corridor development strategy. This 60-kilometer expressway, spanning from Gopeng to Kuala Kangsar, is scheduled for completion in the fourth quarter of 2026, addressing long-standing traffic congestion challenges in the Perak region. The WISE Highway will feature designated interchanges, rest and service areas, and toll plazas designed to disperse and improve traffic flow through the Western Ipoh corridor. By providing an alternative route parallel to existing roads, the expressway will reduce journey times between key towns and enhance connectivity for both local and interstate travelers. This project forms part of Malaysia's broader infrastructure push in northern states, complementing other major developments, including the Penang LRT and upgraded federal highways. The expressway's completion in late 2026 will support industrial growth in the region, facilitate tourism access to Ipoh's heritage sites and natural attractions, and improve logistics efficiency for businesses operating in Perak. With its network of modern interchanges and service facilities, the WISE Highway demonstrates Malaysia's commitment to improving road infrastructure beyond major urban centers. The project employs contemporary highway design standards, ensuring safe, efficient travel while supporting economic development in communities along its alignment. 2026 marks a defining moment for Malaysia, when years of planning transform into reality. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Malaysia's infrastructure revolution, subscribe for more mega project coverage and share this video with fellow engineering enthusiasts. The future is being built right now,